Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. This is a daily energy update, and then we are going to get into some free live readings. We hope everyone is having a good day. We ask that you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we are just going to do a little bit of the bowl to clear the energy and get ready to begin. We hope everyone is having a great day. I see everyone just take a deep breath, get settled. I called in my guides, angels, source, Celia, to give us guidance as well as anyone else's guides that is joining us today. Celia's like, do what we love to do and hold it. See the difference? Just for my energy touching it. So we are completely just full of energy all the time. Sometimes we don't even realize how full of energy we are. Set it over there, and then we shall begin. So we are going to do a general energy update. We are using the Energy and Spirit Oracle from Sandra Ann Taylor. We have a few of her decks, and we are really loving them always. So big shout out to Sandra Ann Taylor. We love the Energy Oracle, the Energy and Spirit Oracle. We also have her Akashic Records Oracle. And the first card out is the card of Divine Presence, which is the force of love and creation, which I know I've been really working on calling that in more every day. And then the underlying energy is beneath the surface, which is hidden treasures and something unknown. And then we are going to get some tarot. So we feel like it's a really strong time to call in source. If you're having difficulty, just say, source, I hand it over to you, So sometimes when we push and focus on something, we have no forward movement with it. And then is literally as soon as you say, okay, I'm putting this in your hands, it's clearly not for me to be in control of. And honestly, as we learn through experiences of letting go and really trust in, we were asking Dave yesterday, when's it not worked out, basically, what caused, why are you, he was having a little faith thing. So we're like, what actually caused that, and the thing is, he couldn't come up with any time that it hadn't actually always worked out. He's like, I should be able to have an answer for this, but honestly, the answer is it always works out because God's in control. And as you surrender to that, it is a number 44 card, So he says we're going to read even the book on that. So we're going to go ahead and she said, pull that out. We're going to get some cards, and then we're going to read the message of the divine presence. So I know we have really been calling that in because, we are just an avatar in the game, a tip of the iceberg, truly, of this. There is so much, underneath. And that she said, and look, that card underneath is the card of kinship and the card of family tree and the card of ancestors. So she says, apparently the bottom of the deck has a lot more to say. We all come in through this, but we are the life lessons we're overall supposed to learn is happiness and joy and finding balance within our chakras and clearing that energy, which is the energy to clear is the family tree, the karma, all of that is the stuff to clear. So we're going to leave that over there because clearly that's the underlying energy. Are you ready? Are you ready to clear your family karma? And we feel like by embracing source is the way to do that. through finding your true, joy and connection. Celia's been telling Dave, meditate, meditate, meditate. So as you do that meditating, and getting that was the Four of Swords. I didn't even have to see it all the way to know. That was the Four of Swords. Because I got that card this morning about doing the healing work, and we've been doing the healing work, and we know anyone watching us has been doing the healing work, So congratulations on doing the healing work. We feel like there is a big transformation happening with Pluto. It's stopped. So it's not going forward yet. It's stationing. So it's station direct. It's not retrograde going anymore. It's not going backwards, but it's in Capricorn, which is about all of your karma and the physical and the past, the family tree and the kinship and the ancestors. So call in your ancestors, say, how can I clear this karma? What is the karma to be cleared? Dave and I were talking the other day. About you used to want something, and then you would see that in the lives of your children. Like it would take a generation for things to manifest. You would want something, and you may really want that new car, but it's not. Manifestation in time was so much slower then. So it would sometimes take to the next generation or the following generation for those things to manifest, to where now it's not taking that. Dave and I we'll talk about something in almost with a day or two at the most, at the longest, until that manifestation is happening, because we have been working on clearing our karma. And as you clear that karma, time is speeding up, and time is like really like an overdrive right now. Really like definitely a big push right now to work on your karma. So pay attention to where your karma is. Pay attention to where your family patterns are. How does your family do love? How does your family do money? How do you do it? Where are your beliefs? Right now, Dave and I have been getting so much references to where we have judgment on things. Because you know what? As soon as you have judgment on something, it boomerangs right back to you. Like, it's funny, Dave has a boomerang hanging in his office. I'm like, look, and you're like literally calling it back. And it does. Like, as soon as you have judgment about anything, that same judgment is cast on you. And normally we have judgment on somebody because a lot of times we already have that trait and we don't like it within ourselves. So it's kind of reflected in other people. So it's kind of, hey, look at me. This is something that bothers you. And as that's something that bothers you, it's so you can let it go. Honestly, she's like Seven of Swords right there. It's so you can let it go. So when somebody is really annoying you, I go meditate, and then I figure out how that same thing is affecting me. Where do I have that in my energy about the very same thing, So that's a message for somebody. Just know, if you're in a twin flame relationship, you're definitely a mirror. If you're in any relationship, everything that is in your environment is a reflection of where your energy is with that particular thing. So if your relationships aren't going well, how's your personal relationship with yourself? And you're going to cut the cards and get some energy. The current energy is the Chariot. It is time to move forward. It is time to look at those patterns. Awareness of them is like half of the battle, because a lot of times we don't even want to see that trait in ourselves. So awareness, half the battle. It's like standing up there. Okay, I see you. I see you. That like is a big thing of finding it, to ground it into the physical by saying, okay, here's what I see. Here's what I know. And you know what, that your ancestors have put so much, they've wanted so much abundance and financial stability, that so much of that like is part of your ancestry, your heritage. You just have to really claim it. Are you ready to claim that? Like, they put it out there for you. Like, no, you're doing things your ancestors only dreamed of. And truly, it used to take that long for things to happen. It used to take generations. And you know what? Now it's not taking generations. You know what it's taking now? Days. Days. As you're working on your spiritual path, the faster that'll go. The foundation is, are you doing the spiritual path? Are you looking at the things to move you forward? Because, I'm also seeing in this, she's not looking. But you know what? If you're not looking, or maybe she's meditating to see. It's all in the perspective of how you look at it. You can be like, she's not looking at it. But you know what? She could be meditating, doing the work, and really looking internally at it. Okay, this person has a trait. I have that trait. How do I find the balance to move forward in that energy? Truly. The past is the sun. We all came from this beautiful energy of the sun. She's like, we all came from this. We all came from the light. We all are one. And literally, this whole life is just a lesson of learning we are all one. We are all connected to the one. We all have a piece of God in us. Eventually, we're in a period of expansion. You know what happens at the end of that expansion? Everything comes back together, and we're all coming back to the one. So the divine presence, she's like, this is definitely a message of that. Headspace, the Four of Pentacles. What's holding you back from that? What's holding you back from truly living in your soul purpose, living from a heart space, soul living, soul loving, love everything and see the beauty in it just as God does. Like, are you honoring, we saw a thing last night. Are you honoring your ancestors? Because in the past, your ancestors probably had a lot of lack, but you know what? Doesn't have to be that way. There's also, they have given you the key to get out of it. And the key is really your Chiron, Celia says. So you have the key. And by having this awareness, the fives are about change, and let's have a different perspective about it. I'm not trapped anywhere. She's not locked in or out of anywhere. The key's right there. And you have the key within you as well. Everyone has that key within them. And as you connect to that key part of yourself, which that God spark in you, as you connect to that, that's going to really do so much for you, help you be in the balance, which we really love. That's current environment is the Seven of Wands. That is about meditating. She's very grounded. She's got all the colors there for the chakras. She's got the boundaries up for what she needs to do, for what's for her highest and greatest good. And are you having those boundaries? Have you started putting them up? Or have you started tearing them down? Because sometimes those boundaries are things that are blocking us. That family karma stuff blocking us. But you know what? We can heal it just like that now, by coming from the place of your heart. And Celia's always telling Dave, the key to all of this is loving yourself, truly, like deep down loving yourself. That's one of our mantras. We say, deep down, I truly love myself. I mean, try saying that and feel it in your heart. Deep down, I truly love myself. It is a beautiful energy. The hopes and fears card is the Eight of Swords. And that Eight of Swords is about, look, in that mirror, there's all that conflict going on. But really, if you take time to look at it from the other perspective, everything always works out. All that chaos is just in her mind. And as it is in yours, if I put a boundary up with somebody, is that going to be a problem? When I was growing up, and even in my first marriage, it was be quiet, keep the peace, keep the peace. Whose peace are you keeping when you do that? Because let me tell you, you're just storing that in your body, because you know what? That energy is going to come right back around, and you're going to get to feel it again. So just know it's going to come around. That's kind of how it does. And this is a new opportunity to try to see it from a different perspective. Know that we are all one. When you help somebody else, you're so helping yourself in that act as well. That is what part of the work is. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that finishes. But you know what? He's doing that work every single day, as we all are, on this path. Are you finding your own personal wish fulfillment? Because it's trying to come in. As the world is right there at her feet, the Two of Wands, it's about making the choice, saying, what do you want? What is truly going to make you happy? I mean, that's one of Dave's new criteria. Does it feel good, and does it make you happy? Those are his new criteria for making a decision per Celia. She's like, does it make you happy? Does it feel good? Try it for a week. See if it doesn't change your perspective. See if it doesn't also open your awareness to where you really make your decisions from. Is it a sense of duty? I mean, if it's something that you have to do no matter what, find a place that you're doing it from a place of your heart. This is, find a way of, if you have to help somebody, help them from a place of your heart, not from a place of duty. Be of your heart space, and be connected. So he's like always, are you meditating? It's a time to really get reconnected right now with your higher self. Like, Celia's my higher self, but you know what? She's my bridge to source as well. Like, she is my bridge, which, is the divine, or the divine mother, the divine mother. So call in the angels, call in for help. It's a time to reconnect with source today. So he's like, whatever higher source you believe in, God, Buddha, whatever your higher source is, surrender to that energy. Ask, how can I be of service today? We're getting a Celia card for guidance. Okay. Apparently she's got a lot to say. The first card we got was the card of be open to receive. Thank you, Source, for the blessings and favors flowing into my life. And that's really a part of my prayer every day when I'm meditating. I do a little prayer, and that's part of my prayer. Thank you for the blessings and favors. Thank you for grace. Like, call that energy into you. Call in spirit is the next card. In moments of confusion or clarity, sit in the power of spirit, meditate, call in source. And then you get the card of lean back, give them some space to miss you. If there's something that you have been trying to really push forward, change your focus, do something different. Focus on the things that you do want. If you are wanting a relationship and it's not working out, focus on a different aspect of your life that is working out, and it makes everything a little easier. And then the underlying energy we get is the card of boundaries, which is we teach people how to treat us. And that is absolutely true. So as you're loving and honoring yourself, because if somebody's always being like the needy friend and you're always like jumping to go help them, and then they start expecting that, and then it becomes a very one-sided thing, and then there's not equal receiving on that. But if you're going to, and when you're doing that and it's one-sided, there begins to be resentment. And then are you going and listening to that person out of duty? Are you, what is your reason for doing it? Are you coming from a place of your heart? Because if you're coming from a place of your heart, absolutely do it. If you're doing it out of the energy of duty, I'm expected to do this. Find a different way to approach it, or find a different thing to do instead of doing that. Because if you're doing something out of duty, it builds resentment, which is never the best thing. So look at where your patterns are. Do you have resentment with your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents? No, they were just doing the best they could do. Know that they were just doing the best they could do. So a lot of that, we you blame that, or you don't even blame, but you have this karma that you agreed when you came in to have that. So it's like you agreed. It was all part of it. You agreed. We hope everyone is doing well. Hi, Cat Goddess. Absolutely. Celia says we're gonna. She said we're gonna start with you today, Cat Goddess. We hope you're doing well. So, what do your ancestors want you to know today? We feel like there's one specifically trying to guide you, because you get the card of personal guide, guardian angel, and spirit family. So know that they're always with you, and they're like your biggest cheerleader, because you get the card of achievement, which is completion and reward. So they are watching your progress, and they are like cheering on all the work you've been doing for the family lineage. So yay. Yay. You're like healing so much karma. You know what? Because, as you heal that family lineage karma thing you come into, as you heal it for you, you heal it both directions of the family karma. Like you do, like, that's why it's such a time right now for for us to be working on our karma, and the family pattern. What is the family pattern? But they like want to, yeah, like trying to like really personally guide you, like ask. And you know what? on a family member, you have to invite them to be your guide. We have certain guides and angels, but like there is somebody that's wanting to be like your personal guide. Like somebody is wanting to be your personal guide. Do a meditation, call them in, ask like somebody that would have been your biggest cheerleader. Somebody who had found self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. Maybe somebody that you had that energy with, but then it's the eternal spirit, which is definitely about meditating. But meditate and ask, and that person is wanting to be a guide for you for sure. I'm like totally having a throat chakra activation. So somebody is definitely feels like they're trying to communicate with you and that they can't. Like, I hear in my head the song, Keep on Knocking, But You Can't Come In. Like somebody's like repeatedly trying to get your attention. So apparently this is also a channeled mediumship message because like somebody is definitely trying to talk to you. They need your permission, and you have to like give them permission to be that personal guide. But like they're like, ask, come on, we're trying, like, please help. We're ready to service you. Just ask for our help. And then you go from this to this, like once they're doing that. So okay. Have you been feeling like you're really stuck? Because we got one card down, one card up. The card up is the Eight of Swords. And in that, she's like, sometimes in the Eight of Swords, that person's not bound. But in this card, their like arms are bound. So you get the cards of the Four of Cups, like you're waiting for something, like they're waiting. Come on, hey. Meditate. Meditate, and before you meditate, like as you're sitting down to meditate, like before I meditate, I kind of set an intention, especially if I want to talk to somebody, and I say, I would like to communicate with, whoever it is soul spirit, I would like to call that energy in for communication with me. I would like to have that, like, because like it's trying to offer you such a gift, like that you're just not getting, because like you're just not like in that connection yet, but you could be, because like you've been really stuck, and like you've been really stuck and like sowing the seeds of what you want, but are you like really trying to manifest, but it's not moving forward? We feel like that could be happening, like even that communication, but other parts of your life, like you're trying to manifest, but it's not. But look, we have Pluto that just changed, and we're getting ready to have a solar eclipse. So things are about to change. So whatever was really toxic that you've really been working on, maybe healing lack, is going to change quickly with this tower. Because you know what? This weekend there's a yod, a yod, which is a finger of God, with Neptune and Uranus pointing towards the moon, the shadow that's in Libra, about that. So it's about healing the shadow and what's really holding you back from your happiness. That Focus on a different area of your life where not specifically money. Where is your judgment about money? Where is your judgment about people who have money? What's your judgment about people with nice cars, nice clothes? Do you have envy over them? Do you have any kind of like, I wish that was me? Because as soon as you're wishing it was you, you're separated from it, and we're all one. So you just have to find a way of looking at the gift within you, and through this connection, this person's trying to help guide you on the steps. But we feel like the judgment card's there, so they're like, really, like, me and Dave have really been working on the judgment, like gaining clarity on your judgment is what Celia's saying is the advice for that. Look at where you're, I mean, and we don't even a lot of times realize where our actual belief on something is, like, truly. So we're going to also get you a Celia card, but she's like, look at where your judgment is and see it from a different perspective, and then you step into your power fully. And you get the card of divine timing, and the North Node is the underlying energy, your mission in this life. And at first, Dave didn't think he had much energy with judgment, and neither did I. But you know what? As we took time and looked at that, it's like, ask, say, and then be prepared. Say, show me where I'm having judgment, and then you're going to get to see where you're having judgment. But we feel like it's really something's going to change, because this is Uranus, and this is where the moon is. And this person's just kind of being dreamy. Well, I kind of got this, and I can just hold on to this, and this is okay. But you know what? As soon as you let go of that, there's the 10 of Cups. Isn't that what we're truly all seeking, that 10 of Cups? And like at first when I started doing Chiron stuff, I was like, oh, I don't have any of that. And then you know what? Every day we find more Chiron stuff. So just know that sometimes we'll initially think no. We'll ask Dave something and he's like, no, no, no. And then we'll separate and do other things. And then you know what? Dave normally comes back and says, you know, I was thinking about that, and you know, I have it here and whatever else. And just we'll have to, you know, at that initial time, that ego's like, no, not at all. But if you see somebody, you know, and sometimes it can be a really small thing that can really make a big difference. It's really on just trying to have the perspective of it. And, you know, but as soon as you have that, oh, I wish I had that, or I wish I was there, or why does that person always get that, or how are they always just creating like that, or, you know, or even judgment the other way. If they would do it this way, they would have it better. If they would do it what I said, that, you know, judgment can be many, many ways, so you said. So and that's about as many issues I want to talk about. So we're going to go on. So we would like to thank everyone for joining today. But like, even just like the small things, like Dave's had to, you know, we're both and then like I tell him, you know, we're talking about something, and then, you know, Dave, that I go and I meditate, and then Celia tells me right where I have that very same thing too. In some way, we have such a mirroring, like, so if he's got something going on, normally in one way or another, I have the very same, some kind of energy about that same topic. Might not be, you know. Well, the CeliaGuidance was ask that guide. If you know specifically who it might be, they're trying to be your personal guide. So that would be phenomenal for you, because the achievement card was there, and they only want the best for you. So like, which everybody in the physical is that, non-physical is that, the best cheerleader. But But like, even just ask, and then like be open. Say, I am open to be shown where I have judgment, and then then you just have to be open, because a lot of times we have beliefs that we don't even realize that we have those beliefs until awareness is called to them, and then it's like, okay, just first look at it and see where it's at, and like, I don't know, just there you go. So, Paula, could I get some insight why ES, a colleague, has stopped talking to me? Okay, Paula, we're going to get cards for you. Well, you get the card of phase entanglement, which is like somebody talking about you. And then you get the card of conscious steps, which is considered action and looking forward. And maybe they just feel like you're doing well. So, when somebody feels threatened by you, they tend to do that. But pull your energy back, because then if you feel like she's doing that, then you're going to cast negative energy at her. And instead, we want you to take the conscious steps to do something better. And that's just be mindful. Pull it back and say, okay, whatever's going on with her is her. Because most of the time, whatever's going on with somebody else is them, unless you're projecting energy at them. And then they can pick that up. And then you get the card of past life guides, karmic lessons, present assistance. So, Paula, we think this is a huge opportunity for you to look at the karmic lesson of this. When else have you had this vibration? Because there's the thought vibration, which is resonant choices and signature signals. When have you else felt like this? But we feel like somebody's maybe talking about you, because that's like you're having some feeling about it, or we wouldn't be talking about it. So that lean back message from earlier, change your focus, because you have a feeling, why are they not talking to me? Which inadvertently still sends a negative energy to them. So it's like, take the conscious steps, meditate, actually take some time, and you can like send her love. You can meditate, and you can start with a little ball of energy and fill the energy ball, and just send love to that person as a general person, and send love, and then take the energy thought and throw the energy to them, a happy ball of energy love, and then let it go. Say, if it's meant for us to talk, let it be easy. If not, there's a reason we've been pulled back apart. I told Dave, and I told somebody else recently, I get people messages. Sometimes somebody comes into my awareness, I'm around them. When I give them the message I meant to give them, I never see that person again. But Celia's like, just change your focus. And it's a lesson. So look back in your life. When else have you felt like somebody else has just ghosted you, pulled the energy back? We're going to get a couple tarot cards for you. And are you really good about speaking your truth? Because I feel like I feel like my throat's really closed up. And then you get the card of the Nine of Swords. So are you being awoken in the middle of the night? Because a lot of times the Nine of Swords is about getting messages in the middle of the night. Because there's this 8 swords of chaos that kind of wake you up. But then I always call that one little white bird up there, my Celia bird, where I'm getting, yeah. Yeah, it's because they're trying to wake you up. Are you meditating? Your guides are trying to connect with you to try to help you. This is part of your soul contract, part of the thing you have to learn. There's a really easy thing you can do without confronting anybody. You can do a little lesson. You can write down how this makes me feel. Okay, next step. When else have I ever felt this way? How do I react when this happens? How would I like to react when this happens? And that kind of gives you the steps of the direction you would like to go in to handle the situation. when something happens, I would like to be able to be my authentic self and speak my truth. I would like to ask, hey, is there something going on? But we feel like you have to find some balance, get grounded, and we feel like you're trying to go through your awakening stage to birth in this a new way of doing relationship that's more reciprocal, to be like the kind of relationship you want. You want a relationship of reciprocity. You want somebody to treat you like the way you treat them. Very connected to that energy. So, but you can have that wish fulfillment, but to get the 3 of Wands, you have to take the action forward. And the card under that is don't be letting the ego pull the strings. You have to go into it with a new heart space of saying, you know, I ask my ego to step aside. I ask my higher self. Like if I'm going to have a difficult conversation, that's what I do. I say, I ask my ego to step aside and I ask my higher self to have this conversation. And you get the card from Celia of grow your self-love, which is honor and know yourself. And the underlying energy is the card of reciprocity, which is we feel like maybe you overgive and and we feel like just pull your energy back. Just focus on you. Do you do any meditating, Paula? If you don't, we recommend that you may try some meditation. Yes. Like you would be surprised, like Dave and I have done that exercise and then somebody has called him with completely changed energy and he didn't contact the person or anything else. Like it just randomly happened. Like something, they were like, hey, da 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 da. Like, and it was just something we were talking about doing basically that exercise, but just talking it through. And so we hope that helps, Paula. Have a great, great day. Hi, Flowless. Hi, M. Hi, Serenity. Hi, Earth Goat Tress. Kayonet. Water Beaver. Water Beaver, we're gonna get your questions. So you said, we feel like you're new energy here. So welcome. Are you new here? Because we feel like you're new. You're welcome, Paula. We hope that helps. So you would like to know the connection between me and the guy I have feelings for some years. You get the card of freedom, which is moving on and letting go. And you get the card of Archangel Zadkiel, which is self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. We're going to get you some tarot. And are you a twin flame? We're just asking because I'm a twin flame and that's the kind of reader I am. And I normally attract that energy. And sometimes you have feelings for somebody and sometimes there has to be a space to do some healing and of the heart. And then it can come back together. You get the kinship and the prosperity card after that. We're taking those as well. So, yeah, but are you a twin flame? Do you know what twin flame is? I feel, well, for one thing, I had what's called a catalyst. Well, we'll see because we have a twin flame card in there. So we'll see if it wants to come out. But I just kind of had the whole feeling of my thing. And I had what's called a catalyst, somebody that started me on the journey to figure out where I was supposed to go, follow the yellow brick road, somebody that started me on the path that was in the community, but kind of pushed me on to follow the yellow brick road, which has started me on this whole path. You get the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, which the King of Wands can be somebody very passionate, but somebody very in and out, kind of more focused on their wand. And the Five of Pentacles, the lack, somebody to teach you lack. Oh, and you get the Three of Pentacles on the bottom, which for me is wish fulfillment, but that's action you have to take towards bringing that in, which is inspired, which is about having the boundaries, which will bring the happiness and the new beginning. But I'll say this, I had a catalyst and I had a lot of that runner chaser wishy-washy stuff. And then I knew my self-worth and pulled myself away from that. And then after I pulled myself away from that, was just working on towards my North Node, I met Dave. As I changed my dating profile to my picture and it just said energy healer. I had pulled myself back from any of that because everybody I was meeting just needed energy work. So I was just like, I'll just get some work out of this. But instead, so I put my focus on that. And then I met Dave. And from the instant I met him, we were so connected, so bonded, but I didn't have a lot of that runner chaser stuff I did with the first person because I had already healed a lot of that. Yeah. You have to work on your feminine energy, how to receive, because you got the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is about receiving. And you're going to keep having these cycles because you get the card of be open to receive, which is thank you, Source, for the blessings and favor flowing into my life. And the more grateful and you take time to savor the good things, it's going to be really awesome for you. You get the spirals of life, which is learning life's lessons and healing the cycles and patterns, which is about your personal karma. So, which is the karma you brought into this life and the karma you accumulate daily. And we feel like a lot of it can, your self-worth and having boundaries, we feel is really important. As you do that, and no, sometimes one of Celia's, my guide's favorite messages is if it's meant for me, we have the card in there. If it's meant for me, let it be easy. And if it's not, as soon as I pulled back and started working on my Chiron, which I don't know where my paper is, which is the key symbol on your birth chart. As soon as I started working my Chiron and stepping into my North Node, my person, Dave, came in. We instantly knew, from the very first, night of dinner, we knew, there was something, something different. And we're such a mirror to each other. And we do the runner chaser, but in a different way, a higher level of it, because I've already done it with one person. So when you do the spiral again with somebody else, it's on a different level. I was chasing Dave to be on mission. He's a great sound healer. It did, so much for me. And he's not been doing it until he's got to be a mission by 2024. And he's not. And I'm like, okay, well, she's wanting me to do this mediumship thing. So I got to start doing, other things. And so we're like, you can do mission or not. We give up on trying to tell you to do it. So now Dave's doing it every day since we kind of gave up on it. It's kind of odd that now he's doing it. Well, the 4th house is the house of, home and family. And that 10th house is what sign is your Chiron in? Yeah, what sign is your Chiron in? I see you say the 10th house. But what sign? I'll pull up my PowerPoint and look. That Chiron work does we took a class and we started doing it, and to look at your Chiron, you look at in Leo. And Leo's about the self and about shining your light to do that. Hi, the doll face diva. So to work on your Chiron, you look at what sign it's in, Leo, what house it's in, your 10th house. You also want to look at the rolling planets for that 10th house. The 10th house is Capricorn. Capricorn is also stuff about Saturn. So, and it can be about some toxic stuff, but it's also like your work in this lifetime. So, where is your North Node as well? Because like as soon as I started doing my North Node and my Chiron together, like how do they merge together? So it's like you have to figure out how they merge together to like really get you on that path. But like look at where your Saturn is. Look at the traits of Saturn. Look at the traits of the 10th house. Look at the traits of Leo, and the natural ruler Leo rules the 5th house. So look at where the 5th house stuff is. But you have to, and it's a daily in Capricorn. So Capricorn's about doing the work. How do you well, we were talking, and I'll just tell you, you wanted some confirmation. There's the 1111 card, the 4 of Wands. So a different deck completely, but we're doing it. We're talking about it. So so we would say yes on the twin flame thing, but don't be locked into it has to be that person, because you know what? I had a catalyst. If you're finding me, it's likely that that's the case for you. And sometimes people are in our lives to treat us what our value is. And right now, we're guessing you're being single. So you're kind of being in your masculine energy because, you know, you're paying the bills and protecting yourself and all that stuff, which is all masculine traits. So we feel like you're being guided to really, how are you about receiving? How's your feminine energy? Do you take a compliment well? Or do you have a little resistance? Or do you have a little resistance? I'm going to have to start doing like a whole like thing on this like astrology stuff to talk about that, because I love talking about the North Node and the Chiron stuff. Celia loves the Chiron. That's her favorite thing. She says, if you heal your Chiron, like, I'll tell you, my Chiron is in the 3rd house in Aries. So about, you know, 3rd house is communication. I'm doing this because I'm channeling Celia and being, you know, doing her messages, but otherwise I wouldn't be up here do it. But I harness the energy of Celia when I'm doing it all. So we hope that helps. Hi, Becca. How are you? Hi, the Dollface Diva. How are you? And I'll tell you, I had the catalyst thing, and you know, me and Dave still has runner chaser, but literally it's just a spiral of a different level. We were chasing him then to do that. And since we backed off him doing it, he's like doing phenomenal. Everybody check out Dave's channel, Big Wave Sound Therapy. He's right there. Check out his thing. He's posting videos every day. And initially on my Chiron, when I started looking at it, and water bear, if you want to send me an email with like your birth chart information, we'll look at it, and then we'll get back to you and have a little conversation about it all. We love looking at birth charts, and Celia loves to tell people like, oh, we would be giving you a guided Celia message with it. Yes, like I've had to do that, which is that goddess of the moon card, which is about harnessing the feminine energy. You know, every day I say, I summon the creativity of the sun and the receptivity of the moon, because the sun's the masculine energy and the moon's the feminine energy. And you have to have the balance of both of that. Like you have for the give and the receive, that's masculine and feminine. And you have to find your balance with it. Thank you, the Dollface Diva. We love Dave. We're going to do a live, we are actually doing a live tomorrow night, a sound bath at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on mine and Dave's channel. So If everybody would like to watch tomorrow, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's already posted on my channel, so it should tell you whatever time it is where you're at. If you just go to my channel and look at upcoming videos. So we are going to get to you ladies in just a little bit. Miss Becca, how have you been doing? Becca, so you said happy birthday. Has it been your birthday recently? She's like, happy birthday. Before I can go any farther, she's like, happy birthday, Becca. So, yes, do that. We'll send you a little thing back with some guidance from Celia because we're here to be of service. Like literally, every day when I meditate, when I'm done, I'm like, I surrender into service. How could I be of the most service today? And I truly mean that. So Celia says every day we're going to start doing lives again because that's one of the favorite things we love to do. We love the interaction. So, oh, just 23, Becca. Oh, yes. It like, and we'll send you like the pages that we feel are relevant on the PowerPoint. We'll attach them for you. Celia said so. So, Miss Becca, then are you ready for big change? Because we are about to have a solar eclipse in your sign. So, but so you said happy birthday. She was like, don't forget the happy birthday. So, happy birthday. Somebody else, Becca, do you have a family member that's in the non-physical that would want to tell you happy birthday? I don't know. I just hear happy birthday, Becca. So, I was going to call her a baby, but then Celia's like, don't, because age is relative and Becca's an old soul. So we have maybe it was your mom. Because it was like, don't forget to tell her happy birthday. Like, I couldn't go on till it was like, tell Becca happy birthday. So somebody wanted to tell you happy birthday. So, no, people in spirit would like to tell you happy birthday. We hear people in spirit. So we're just saying people in spirit would like to tell you happy birthday. So, apparently we are going to give Miss Becca, we're using these cards today and they're purple. But you know what we're going to do because we're reading for you? There's a reason these are sitting on my desk. They're not my normal pink ones, but they are pink. So we are using the angel answer for you. And she said, just for you, Miss Becca, just happy birthday. So apparently the angels want to talk to you. And we know about the pink. That's why we're getting them. But like those were sitting on our desk for a reason. And they're the angel answers. So we were talking about the angels being in spirit. So, so Miss Becca, do you have a question? Would you like a general, happy birthday? Again, I hear happy birthday. I can't go yet, Becca. His mom in spirit too, right? Because I heard, don't forget, his mom here too. Yeah. We feel like his mom is in spirit too. But like I wasn't getting a card till we're like his mom. I heard his mom, his mom, his mom. So is his mom in spirit? Is his mom, not if she's in the physical, is she okay? I keep hearing his mom, his mom, his mom. How is his mom? If his mom is alive, how is she? Because I keep hearing his mom. So I don't know. That always means I'm channeling and I'm like, I don't know. We get the card of unlikely. So we're asking, is she well? And we hear unlikely. Is she doing okay? We hear, is she doing? Yeah, I feel like she's really out of balance because that card is yes, as what we're talking about, but like there's the balance there, and then we get to choose a new direction. I feel like there may be something going on with his mom. So, and if something's going on with your mom and he maybe can feel that with her, but doesn't, you are very welcome, Water Bearer. We hope you have a great day. Then we get the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. It's definitely part of your path and finding the balance with the work and the path. The Three of Swords. The Wheel, the Ace. Well, Becca, we feel like things are about to change really quickly because there's the Tower with the Queen of Wands. So as you're stepping into your power, big transformation happening with the Death card, the Star card, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. So we are inviting you to pull your energy back and look at the cycle. And when have you felt this way before? When besides now has he pulled his energy back? And I feel like he's just pulled his energy back and he's got something maybe going on with his mom. I still hear the mom thing, something about the mom. But we feel like definitely pull your energy back, be that Queen of Swords, and just focus on your path right now. Like the immediate future is the Eight of Cups, which is about, walking that spiritual path. The Ace of Wands is about meditating. Are you meditating and getting clear? If your energy isn't clear, you know what? He's going to reflect that back to you, and you get the cards of your words are powerful. Your words create your reality. How is your self-talk? Honestly, yes, pull it back and work on your self-love, and you get the card of Be of Service, which is it all starts with you. Be the change the world needs. And you get the card of be open to receive. Thank you, Source, for the blessings and favors flowing into my life. I feel like as you pull your energy back and really like meditate and really like change your focus, like this is new inspiration. Like you get the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So new inspiration and new clarity coming in as you find your balance. And it's going to pull him right back in. As you look and heal. When have you felt this way before? When was the first time I ever felt this way in my life? Like somebody pulled their energy back from me and then I was chasing them, because you don't want to chase them. And like work on being in that feminine energy of open to receive. And you know what feminine energy is? I'm not chasing you. I'm going to focus on my stuff and you focus on you. And choose a different direction. And it's going to work everything out in the right time. Like coming back around, definitely like give him some space to miss you. But like Celia's like, really, where is this pattern? Like she's been so on Dave about healing the patterns, and me with it's the same thing. When Dave does it, I end up working the same thing. But where is that pattern? When have you had it before? What is the pattern? Yes. And like we told somebody earlier, like write it down. What happened? What's going on to make you feel that way? And then how did it make you feel? And then write like the first time, like try to think back. When's the first time? It's 11:11 on my clock. When's the first time I felt that way? And then when else have I felt that way? In what other types of relationships have I felt that way? How did I respond? How would I like to respond? What action would you like to take instead? What's your why? I would like to be my more authentic self and speak my authentic truth and feel confident in saying what I feel and like feel confident in that pattern of whatever it is. But like look at the pattern. You got to look at the pattern. And then when the pattern comes up, then you're going to realize, oh, this is that pattern again. It's seeing if I've learned the lesson. This pattern's coming back. It's spiraling back around, and it's normally at a higher, level. So look at the pattern. So happy birthday, Becca. We hope that helps. Anybody that would like a reading, please just make a comment so we can call the next person, please. Hi, KCT. Hi, the Dollface Diva. You are very welcome, Becca. Much love to you. And the Dollface Diva, we're going to get a card for you. Well, the first card you get is Archangel Raziel, which is wisdom, inspiration, and the Akashic Records. And then you get the card of sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. And then the underlying energy is the past life guides, which is karmic lessons and present assistance. Because your guides are always trying to help you. So, are you working on your karmic lessons, the Dollface Diva? We feel like the answer is yes. Have you done anything with the Akashic Records? Yeah. like you can do some really easy, like there's some stuff that's really hard, but like you can do some really easy work in the Akashic records and just get like through meditation. I had got a book and I did it, but I've tried a couple of other when we went to I Can Do It. I did an Akashic Records class with Sandra Ann Taylor, the creator of the Oracle deck. And the one with her made it so easy. So look and see Sandra Ann Taylor and see if maybe she doesn't have an online video of it, because her process was really easy. And then you can like go into the Akash and kind of, you go in there and you kind of see what is there, and then how you can, kind of rewrite the script of it, how you would like it to be. And if it's something that I feel I've healed, I call in the archangels and Celia and Jesus, and we go and clear the record. If it's something I have already healed. Because sometimes we heal things and we don't go into the Akash and get the records cleared. So then that contract stays lifetime after lifetime, if there's like not a thing that says in this lifetime. So when you kind of leave it open-ended, it can stay open-ended. So you sometimes just, Celia has us go, this has been satisfied clearly, so we're going to clear it. So, and that's just something we do with Celia. And literally we just meditate and call all of them in and say, I was going to the Akashic Records for a long time and didn't know it. I was meditating and going there and I didn't know until I did a thing intentionally to go there. And then that's where I went. And then I was like, oh, well, I've been going here all along. Didn't know it. Didn't know what I was seeing. So it's something I had access to somehow. Like even as a child, I had the thought that, everything was recorded, and truly every day when you go to sleep, it is like downloaded into the Akash. So truly it happens. Never knew why I had that feeling. But apparently we were supposed to have that conversation about the Akashic Records. Because we get, the first card is the 8 of Wands. So we get the 8 of Wands, the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles. So through this conversation, and then you taking that action towards it, can really help you plant the seeds to get reconnected with that energy, and work with your guides in the process of doing that. They're trying to work with you. Past life guides. They're trying to work with you. And maybe go outside and do it, because you get the elementals, and then the ancestors are underneath that. So as you heal that stuff, you heal it in your family ancestry as well. But that's a contract card for me, and normally that's me and Dave and Celia, like the trinity of us working together, or my masculine and my feminine working with Celia. So check out the Akashic Records and see if that doesn't help forward movement for you. Like a long time ago, I got a word when I was meditating doing the Akashic Records, and I didn't even know what the word meant. I literally had to look it up. I didn't know. And it's a contract that's not been fulfilled. So it's still a contract I have to fulfill. So it's something I'm working on. So we hope that helps. Hi, Shanae. How are you doing? We are doing well. We are doing super duper well. How are you doing today, Shanae? We love seeing you. That just makes our heart so happy. Yeah, we are going to get one question, then we're going to get you. We're going to get Kiana. Your question was any message of future connection with Shav for the near future, both female. Love her a lot. You get the card of Karmic Lesson, Present Assistant, which is that past life guide card, which has really been strong today, which is about the karma. And then that sensitivity and strength and tapping the forces within and soul appreciation. And I know for me, the best way I manifested the best relationship is I just wrote down a list of all the traits that I wanted in my perfect partner. Dave has them all. It's truly amazing. But this is about karma. And if this is a karmic lesson, it's about taking, instead of feeling like you're missing that person, feel how much you appreciate every minute that you had with them and savor that moment. And as you feel about the love of that person and the savoring and feeling that time with them, like sometimes when Dave's not in the best vibration, you want to know what he does? He puts on our wedding video and watches it. So something that will raise his vibration. So focusing on the positive things, like the best things. Yeah. But then on this card, there's also that butterfly. And I posted a video on a short the other day of, I have a little bush out back and it's got so many butterflies on it. It's been crazy, Shanae. So many butterflies. But sometimes we get lessons about detachment, like, and being in that heart space and being like, I just love that person no matter what. I love with or without him here. I just loved him. And just come from that soul place of love and think about, you can even write down like all the best times you've ever had with that person and really go back over them and really spend time savoring those things. And the more you savor that feeling of love and are in that place of love with that person, the easier that can come back around. If you're in a place of I miss you, that's a lack mentality. And that throws everything into chaos and conflict. And if, are you the feminine energy? We carry both that masculine and feminine energy. But I feel like maybe one's like trying to find the balance of both your masculine and your feminine is what's going to bring that happiness together. Do you feel like you're mainly in the masculine or the feminine energy? Well, you got to find the balance of it. The balance. You have to find the balance of it. Because that masculine energy is about doing. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. You have to figure out how to let go a little bit of that masculine energy and be more patient. Because you know what? The feminine energy is the receiving. You want to know how I know I carry the masculine and I had to figure out the receiving? I had to figure out the feminine energy because I was, divorced for 7 years. So I was single and support myself and helping take care of my daughter and all the other stuff. So I was in the masculine energy. When you're that feminine energy and you live by yourself and you take care of yourself, you pick up that masculine energy. And really it's about learning to be in the balance of this feminine energy is where it's causing the conflict. The victory will come as you work on that. You know what the feminine energy is? Receiving, tapping into the forces within. Tap into the feminine energy. We're about to have this solar eclipse, and then in 2 weeks we have the lunar eclipse. but like we feel like it's telling you just work on being more in that feminine energy of being. Don't pursue. If you pursue, that puts you in the masculine. If you're in the masculine and the other person's in their masculine, they will run the other way. Like the masculine energy does not like to be pursued. So as you're being in the feminine energy, the masculine energy will pursue. Yeah. Write it down. Write it down. Like literally, I wrote a thing about my perfect partner, just the traits, like specific traits. Like I wanted somebody that would respect my spirituality, loves me unconditionally, loyal, honest, a healer, is awake, enjoys, the water, is sweet and loving, open-minded, balanced energy, joyful. Like I just wrote the general things I wanted, not super specific. So a lot of that, like 2 pages, Dave, all of those things. Let it go. You can on the full moon burn it. Or like I have mine and I go back and I reread it. And when I'm not feeling my best about Dave or whatever, you know what I do? I get my list out and then I savor Dave and I feel the feeling of love I have for Dave. And then I get back in my heart space and my ego steps aside. Because all of that's just, the ego is just, just not always the best. So, try to write it down. The next thing I did is, I was at the point where I wanted a committed relationship. And one of the first things, yeah, you have to have the feelings. Like I have the feelings like of what I wanted. And now I know Dave is all of those. Like you have to have the feeling of all of it. Like if you feel like the last time you were together was so much fun or whatever, like, and you feel like the feeling of the fun you had with that and like can take time to, like, me and Dave will sit out and talk about the roses. Like we planted new rose bushes this year. And normally rose bushes don't get super big. We got rose bushes that are 6 foot tall because every day we savor them. If you do that about a person, think how much they would grow in that love as well. If you savor them and just like write a gratitude list or say a gratitude list. When me and Dave first got together, I used to every day go out and have a gratitude list. And he did the same for me every day of the gratitude we had for each other, being in each other's life. And, all of it. Like I'm thankful we have the hot tub. I'm thankful we live where the green grass grows. I'm thankful Dave is so kind and generous. I'm thankful that he's a good cook. He's really handy. If I have a computer question, he always can find the answer for me. If he doesn't know it, he will find it. Like I savor all of those. Yeah. But it's part of your lesson. You have to learn to pull that energy back and be feminine. So look at the patterns in the other women in your life. Have they been more of the masculine role? But we all have masculine and feminine, and I have more of the masculine traits. So I had to work on being feminine, and Dave's having to work on being more masculine. So everybody has something. So Shanae, did you have a question, or what can we do for you? What can we do for you? You are very welcome. Thanks for joining us. We are super excited to be back doing lives on the regular. And Shanae, you get the card of Archangel Raziel, Wisdom, Inspiration, and the Akashic Records. And then you get the card of Up from the Depths, Releasing Difficulty. So, and then you get the card of Ancestors. Family Karma. Gotta love that. I know I've been working on the family karma. So as I work on the family karma too, that should help across the board on the karma too. So no, as I'm working on this karma, that should be helping you come up from some stuff, Shanae. Shanae is my niece. So I am working on the family karma. So we are hoping that you're seeing some improved results of that. Because, you know, my mom's definitely always, I feel, guided me. I feel my dad's been around you guys a lot lately. He's not been around here that much. So, so we feel like things are going to start improving. We have definitely been doing the work a lot lately. You get the Page of Swords. Have you not been having communication with somebody? Because have you been working a lot? Have they been working a lot? Working on that financial stability. Know that that's coming. We're saying past, present, future. Like the Page is new energy with it, but you've been working on. We're getting a card for each. Oh, the Tower. You know, the Tower's happening Saturday when we have the eclipse. You may be able to see it on Saturday, like at 8 a.m., 8 to 10 a.m. The Fool, and then the Two of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. She said we're even getting good clarifiers for you. Did something happen in the recent past where you were not talking to somebody? Like communication held back, like there's that Two of Swords again. Like a little bit of a rocky time. That's all I'm going to come now. Definitely like lack of communication. But as you change your focus to your work and a new beginning, a new opportunity. How's the tattoo thing going? You get the Fool again, the Seven of Wands, which is about having a boundary, the Knight of Pentacles, which is about doing all the steps of the work, and the Ace of Wands, new inspiration, and the Ace of Pentacles as the bottom of the deck there. So the new opportunity. Focus on the new thing. Whoever you weren't talking to or whatever was giving you struggle, whatever was giving you mind chatter. Yeah, I've talked to her a few times. We text a little. I know she has that same concern. So we're going to give you advice, Shanae. Don't talk about that story ever again. Talk about how we love the recovery that my mom is having. My mom is getting better every day. Be inspired. Have a new set of thinking. She's getting better. It's taken a little time, but she's getting better. And it will continue to get better. And you know, the best thing you could do is still talk to her. Yes. The best thing you could do is still talk to her just like you previously did, instead of pulling that like you pulled your communication and your energy back, and she could feel that. And that's causing confusion on her part and yours, and you're not getting, like, talk to her. We hear that's part of the work, is the talking to her, just as she was. Don't. And no, it's going to take a little time. This person's doing the work, but they are doing the work, and she's doing the work, and it's just going to take, she's going to do the steps, and she's going to get right back to where she was. How would you like it to be instead? Write that down too. Like, I have my book, like, write it down. I would like my dad to be more supportive. It can be really easy. The future cards are the Nine of Pentacles, which is independent financial stability and the Two of Swords, which we feel is saying it's something that you can't see for yourself in the future. Sometimes we have that very same trait. How often do you try to be controlling of that same situation, which just ends up causing chaos and conflict? The general energy reading that we did was about giving up control to God, sort of turn it over to God. God, I would like the relationship with my dad to be one of peace. Like one day when me and Dave were at the beach, I was like, I just want to be a peace loving granny. I'm like, that was my mantra of the day that day. I'm just a peace loving granny. I just want peace. I want love. I want my family to be happy. So like, that was like my mantra of the day, peace loving granny. Like, and that really helped change, like, as I changed the mantra of what I focused on, all those negative thoughts couldn't get in, because I'm like, no conflict here, because I'm just a peace loving granny. And just, so like, so the mantra of I love that my parents are treating me like an adult. I love that my relationships are evolving and changing, because you know what, they can really quickly in this energy of this eclipse that's coming Saturday. And like Pluto just came out of retrograde. Like, I normally see energy happen in my life a week or two early, and we've already seen massive change in the last 2 or 3 days. So in our lives, so know that can really, the healing can come. And as you do that healing, as you do the healing work with that, that is going to help heal the family karma, but it's also going to bring you back to some like childlike enthusiasm about making money, and the belief that you can. We feel like you have a block on the belief that you can be successful on. You know what, Shanae? I have to tell you something. Yeah. And you want to know something? I am healing part of the family karma. You want to know what I've been doing? I have been working on my YouTube channel. And you know what I got to do today on my YouTube channel? I got to apply to be monetized, because I got there. So like, I did my own business. I did Goddess Body Renewal, and I was doing bath bombs, and I just couldn't be successful at it. And I was thinking back to my childhood, and my mom would sell Tupperware, and she sold Avon, and she sold some like paint stuff, and like none of that was ever really successful for her. And like, I've tried a couple of different businesses, throughout my life, and none of them have ever really been successful. I went and did therapy, and I was being of service, but then I felt like I was meant to do more. And so I've been doing this, and I was just on the verge of giving up on this and being like, okay, I literally was supposed to go this week and do my physical and start working back as a physical therapy assistant. But you know what? I told Dave, I'm like, Dave, this is what I really, really want to do. I'm like, this is what I want to do, And honestly, I got to my watch hours where I got to apply today to get monetized today. So I am healing the family karma of it, because I got to the point of I'm doing it. And you know what? I'm going to keep pushing. And so I am healing the family karma of being able to do that business and support ourselves. And you know what? That's going to help you, because you know what? You are an artist, and you need to be doing that art. So you need to be doing the art. And Celia's like, you have to have the confidence to know that you can be successful. Like my son also wants to be a content creator for fishing, and like, we're totally encouraging it, like 1,000%. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what's working for us. This is not what's working for us. And just honestly trying to help break that family pattern. Totally trying to break the family pattern and the karma, healing the karma with it. Because I've told Dave, I was literally going to go this week and get a job doing therapy, but that's not what my heart wants me to do. And my calling's not for that. My calling is to do this. So, and channel Celia. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Anyway, So, no, I am healing the karma, Shanae. That was the part of the reading that I'm healing the karma. So I must have been meant to tell that part of the story. So I wasn't going to really say nothing. I was going to kind of leave it low key and just not celebrate that. But yay. Yay for us. We got there. So we are healing that karma. So know that you can be successful following your dreams as that artist. And we can't wait till we come and see you and have you put one on us. And we don't have any. So we don't have any. So anyway, now that I've had an emotional, heartfelt moment, so you are supposed to do that and know to chase that dream and don't give up on that dream of your creativity and all that, because we love you and we want you to know that we're working the karma every day for the family. So know that we're working on it every day too. So and that's to show everybody as you work on it, you work on it for family karma. Shanae's my niece. So as you work on your karma, it works on it for the family. So no, it's working on it for you. You got the card that, up from the depths. That means things are getting better. So it will. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks, Shanae, for being here. But no, we are working on the karma and you too. And write down what you want. Write the story of how you would like it to be. You would be surprised at how with your intention towards something, you can really change it. I wrote my list and it was about 2 years till I got with Dave. But you know what happened? I was doing the work till then, and I'm a Taurus, so I'm kind of stubborn. I got my bowl over there on the shelf, which is from Grandpa Shanae. So as my stomach's doing a crazy thing. So we're working on the karma. No, we're working on it. You keep working on it. We're working on it. Awesome. But think about that creativity and just doing a little bit and having trust and faith in yourself. And are you meditating a little bit? That would, and we feel Grandpa's been around you. That's what we hear, definitely. Grandpa's been around you. So, anyway, Grandpa must be around because my eye's doing a crazy thing. So are you talking to Grandpa, Shanae? Because he's definitely in the energy right now. Awesome. But if you talk to Grandpa, he'll give you guidance. Because he's definitely right there. So KCT, did you have a question? Yeah, but everything's gonna work out there, Shanae. Just know it is, and you're supposed to definitely be doing that being the artist that you're supposed to be. I am gonna go and grab me some lemonade. I will be right back. So he's like, we're not gonna end, we're just gonna take a break for a moment. So we will be right back. Okay, we're back. Okay, KCT, we are going to get a message for you for feelings around E and U. We feel like the card is yes, because that is Archangel Haniel, which is joy, blessings, and intuition. And then the underlying is the Ascended Masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. So we feel like he is destined to be part of your experience. Specific intentions, we hear. A blessing and a lesson. Part of your work. As you continue on your ascension path, that energy we feel is going to come back around, a new opportunity, but as you continue just to do the work. So keep focusing on your path. Keep focusing on your path. So hi Serenity, how are you? And it's been really good for me about following my heart and doing this. Dave's been like super super inspirational and supportive, and so whoever's next would like to just say hi. I have never changed my chat today, so you are very welcome, and just keep working on that spiritual path. You know, so he says, you know. So, Love Mia is the guy I'm talking to. Want to be serious. Mia, you get the cards of personal guide, which is guardian angel or spirit family, and you get the card of ancestors, and you get the card of shamanic healer, cleansing and attunement. So we feel like with you get the card of the lovers, the world, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like there is a lesson here, but I feel like this person may be that's not really the best energy. The Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. That seems like they could be a little as the one girl is, he's like this and she's like this. So we feel like so he says put your hands on your heart and ask your ancestors, how do they feel about that? Because we feel like they would be feeling a certain way. And we feel like this person like has like some healing they need to do from the depths. So you get the card of letting go of urgency. So don't try to push it. The next card is the card of teacher. So that person's got a lot of stuff they have to deal with. So I would just take it really, really slow and follow the guidance of your heart, and listen to what your ancestors say. If you bring this person around your family and they think it's a terrible idea, listen to them. I know we don't always want to do that, but words don't teach. So they're just saying based on their own wisdom. So Serenity, did you have a question? Would you like some general guidance? What are you up to? You are welcome, Mia. Just be cautious. Well, your words are really powerful, and the if we ever can kind of like is like taking a statement and putting the word but in. If you say, I really love your cooking, but I couldn't really eat it. So like the but kind of like negates everything you said before then. So like it's like putting the dot 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 was the but. Yeah, twin flame. Every day is a healing journey, and they're going to trigger you in every way possible. So you do that healing. So you do the healing. I know. Me and Dave are literally on it every single day. And you get the card. This personal guide card has wanted to come out so many times today. Guardian angels and spirit family. And then letting go of the urgency. It'll happen in the right time. And then you get, we feel like you have a little bit of healing to do. Do you know where your Chiron is? Do you know where your North Node is? Honestly, once I started working on them, like it really changed everything. Like you having a Chiron and a North Node, your person has a Chiron and a North Node, and your relationship has a Chiron and a North Node. Have you pulled the charts on those? Because literally in the birth charts, it will tell you what the Chiron is, what the deep wound is, what the mission for you together is. Like, yeah. Look where your Chiron is. It's the key symbol on your birth chart. My guide Celia says it is the key to our inner child healing. And it is, it's known as the wounded healer, but that like, as you're healing that, like it helps. That's part of your mission in this work, like in this lifetime. You also have what's called a North Node, which is a set of headphones on your birth chart. It is your mission in this lifetime. You have to know your location and time of your birth, as well as the date and the place. But like you do that, you put it in, it's the key symbol on your chart. It's like a little key with a little K on it. It's the Chiron, and it literally, Celia says it's the key. If you don't know if you know your birth time and your location and your stuff, if you would like, you can send me an email with it and we'll pull it up and look, and then we'll send you an email back and a little message from Celia with it. But like you can do yours and his if you know his, and then do what's called a synastry chart, which is a relationship chart. It tells you what has to be healed between the two of you for your relationship, what mission you both have in this lifetime. Like I did a Chiron class, and like 6 weeks later, I met Dave. I had changed on my thing saying I was an energy healer, which is part of my North Node. So, and you mirror each other. Like I was like in it, like on my path for years. And you know what? Dave has this Grand Cross thing where he has this like fast forward thing where he likes to do the thing of 4 men. So he likes to do everything in fast forward. So it's just great. But it's the fact that we know that's in his chart. So it's like a tool that we can work with instead of it being something that hinders us. So see about getting his birth time. Oh, so he has such abandonment issues. Yeah. I feel like he has abandonment issues. And when was that? Because a lot of times you can go back now after a certain amount of time and those things are more of an open thing. And even if you can't find the exact house, you can look at the month and the year he was born and on the Chiron chart, and you can at least see what house that's in and kind of give you at least a little bit in that direction. And Celia says, if you know, Celia has another way of doing Chiron. I think we did a video about it. Celia has another way of doing it based on your sun sign, where the sun was the day you were born, and then dividing the houses into like a 30-degree thing. And then you can figure out another way of working your Chiron, like a second way. But you know what? You doing that also, that's something he's going to have to heal and find that where he's comfortable with self and like has Dave may have some of that abandonment stuff too. So we're working on it. So we definitely know. So you have to do it to a point, but also in there, sometimes there has to be tough love because they have to figure out how to love themselves. Like Celia's number one thing to Dave is be happy, love yourself. He's like, what can I do to help? Be happy, love yourself. Like those are our guidance. Be happy and love yourself. That's it. I mean, Dave's North Node's literally like be happy, have fun, like with other people, learning to do that. So, so it's gonna be okay. But look at the you can do the Chiron Celia's second way, she said, and see if that doesn't like we've done it on me, and it's like a definitely an eye-opening aspect of doing it a different way. Because some people just can't find out their birth time, but you can figure out where the sun is when you were born on that day, what degree it's at. So you can, each day it goes 1 degree. So it's pretty simple. So hi TS, how are you doing? But TS, look, or Serenity, look at your birth chart. If you know your time and you haven't pulled your birth chart, you can send it to me. Dave pulls one, and normally I pull one, and we put them together. And then through the information of both, Celia can give you a message if you'd like about your Chiron and your North Node. But as soon as I started working towards mine, our stuff came together, and it was just like magic because I decided, okay, I put one little toe into mission. I said, okay, I'm an energy healer. That's what I said. I on my dating profile, it said my picture and it said energy healer or energy work or something like that. Like it was just that was it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm stepping into mission. This is what I do. Because every time I was dating somebody, they needed work, it seemed. So I was just like, okay, we'll just step into mission now. Which we did. So TS, how are you doing today? Samaya, will something work out for me? Yeah, we'll get you a Celia card, she says. That seems very general. So you get the card of gratitude and appreciation, which is and it's funny because it says the highest vibration. Then it says make a list, savor your life. And you get the cards of write it down, which is your words are powerful. Your words create your reality. How is your self-talk? So write it down, and then you get the cards of in the flow. Everything flows to me when I am in alignment. So things will work out for you when you get in alignment. Get in gratitude. It's the highest vibration. The fastest way you can make things work out is being grateful for where you're at, grateful for people around you, grateful for general things, the sky, the sun, the clouds, the stars, the grass, many just general just be general. If I have gratitude, that's a high vibration, and that just will bring stuff to you. TS, I'm Tara. Should I proceed the proposal Okay. Actually, Celia says we're going to use the angel answers because it's got some definite yes or no. So, TS, Tara, we're going to get some a card for you. You get the cards of choose a new direction, and you get the card of compromise. But on these cards, Celia always says, don't just look at the words, look at the picture. And in this picture, these two people are together and they're going on a great adventure together. So we feel like this is a good match for you and that it's going to take you to a great place to help you really find your balance, which is what you want in any relationship. That's going to really help you find your center. So rethink this. It's a journey of you together with this person. You get the card of the Lovers. You get the card of the Page of Swords. You get the Hierophant. You get the Five of Wands. And you get the Temperance. And then the Five of Swords. Fives are about change. And you get 2 5s. So it's about listening and trusting your inner guidance. Put your hand on your heart or put your hand on your solar plexus and say, you know, is this what's best for me? And trust that judgment. And we feel like this relationship is going to really allow you time to really gain your own spiritual practices and give you the ability to like really do that ascension work that you're meant to do, to be part of the mission. Like that Five of Wands, sometimes the Five of Wands is about chaos and conflict, but in this one, they're all kind of working together to get to that higher goal. And then the Temperance card is about that balance again. So we feel like this is a good match for you. Don't let the mind chatter get to you. Really be grounded and really know what do you want out of this relationship, but really make sure you're meditating and that you go into it with an open heart of an equal relationship. What can we both bring to this relationship? And maybe that's a different aspect of normally what the relationship would be. What are we both bringing? What is the best part of you're bringing? Like we had a thing the other day and it was about bringing the like in any co-creation, each person has a stronger skill set at certain things. Let that person's like shine their light in the things they're really good at and be the asset. And then you do the same for you, because you are definitely meant to really do a lot. Like to really elevate your spirituality to a higher level. And it may take a minute and you may need to work on your Chiron. Because that key was right there. And it may give you time to work on your Chiron and work. It may be something that you have to work on with that person together. Whereas Libra in your chart, we're about to have this. Tara, we're about to have a solar eclipse in Libra. Where is your Libra? It's funny, we brought the book out. We never read that message. You just said we never did read that message. That's apparently just how it was supposed to be. So we have been on almost 2 hours, so we are going to take a break. Cloud Heart, we're going to, so he says we're going to get a message for you. I think you're going to be our last one. Because she's like, okay, break time. Eliza's going through a hard time, and so he says we're going to use these. Somehow I knew you were getting this card. The Dark Night of the Soul. It's about awakening and stepping into your healing journey and you get the card of be in the now, direct your focus, and you get the card of family karma, which is generational and family karma. And then the underneath that is divine timing. So no, as you're working on this, you're healing the family karma with whatever is going on, but you kind of also get what you focus on. So what would you like to be attracting instead? And sometimes, like, honestly, I'll say I was getting ready to like get a job doing therapy. Like, literally, I was supposed to go Monday and get a physical and my TB test and start working Friday, tomorrow, start my job tomorrow. And you know what I decided? I really want to do this. And you know what? I pushed through a couple of more days. And you know what? Today I got to apply to be monetized. So we got to work through that. It was a really tough time and I was really feeling hopeless. But you know what? Because I've been doing Dark Night of the Soul, but I changed my focus and I said, Celia, if this is what I'm meant to do, make it be easy. And you know what? Because I have been working on my family karma too. So I feel like it's part of your family karma, part of the Dark Night of the Soul, and part of the focus. Listen to some I am affirmations, some sound healing. Big Wave Sound Therapy has been putting up some stuff. You get the card of the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Are you meditating? Are you connecting to your higher self? How's your relationship with your father? Because we get the King of Pentacles, we get the Hermit, we get the Fool, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. How's your relationship with your dad? I know, very odd, but how is your relationship? Yeah. Eliza. Is it Eliza? Eliza. Yeah. I feel like that underlying energy is like definitely that like father energy. Okay, go ahead. She's like, go ahead. Dave, I might be postponing that one because we will be in Florida that week. So I think I'm going to push that one back a week. Just saying. Stability will come. Are you doing meditation? Ask your guides to make it be easy, but the Dark Night of the Soul is putting you where you're meant to be to heal the family karma. You definitely got to heal it and put some burden down. And as you're doing this work, you're going to meet a really great friend or somebody you can really confide in, somebody that you're going to feel like you've known forever, like the Six of Cups. I want you to try. I want you to try something that's crazy. If it's meant for me, let it be easy. Like that's what we tell my guide. And that's one of her favorite cards. If it's meant for me, let it be easy. And you know what? The God, the universe, source, puts you right where you're supposed to be at the exact time. I'll tell you honestly, it gets hard right before the big change happens. So say to the universe, if it's meant for me, let it be easy. And honestly, if you can meditate, I would meditate and I would ask, like, follow the divine guidance. But in some crazy way, how is your relationship with your father? Because I keep getting this like father energy over here. And then we get the hermit, which is about, separation from that. The fool, which is about a new beginning. And the Knight of Pentacles, which is the work of finding and healing that. So the broken heart. So who broke your heart? Whoever broke your heart originally the first time, you've been carrying that burden for a long time in your heart. I feel like it may go back to your father or masculine energy in your childhood when you were young. So, but we feel like if you meditate and ask, surrender, say source, God, whatever higher power you believe in, I surrender. Please show me where I'm supposed to go. And then if you see somebody and they say, hey, go here, you know what? Go there. Yeah. This is all a reflection of that energy. It's all part of the family karma of that. But you're going to find something in divine timing. It's all going to work out. Truly it is. But we feel like what's going on is a reflection of your relationship with your dad. I don't know why, but that's the underlying energy. But we feel like surrender to source and say, God, put me where I'm supposed to be. Show me the way. Somebody will say, there's this here. You'll find the right post at the right time. You get the divine timing. It's going to work out. How do you feel about your relationship with your dad? Do you feel abandoned? Probably. When else in your life have you felt this way? How does it make you feel? Probably like you're feeling right now. As you do that and say, how would I like to feel instead? What actions would I like to take instead? Like, where would I like to be? What is the action I would like to take? How would I like my relationship to be with my dad? But right now, Celia says the veil's really thin and time's speeding up. So like things are like manifesting like super quick. So with you feeling abandonment from your dad and like that if you don't deal with it, it's going to spiral around in another part of your life to be like, look at me. And then it's going to spiral around again in another situation. Look at me until you work on this core issue, which is abandonment from your father, which is, you know what? Part of your journey. You signed up for this wound as part of your journey. Honestly, I hate to say it, but that is part of your work. That is what you signed up for as part of this journey. People just do what their part of the contract is. He was meant to give you the wound of abandonment. Now he's done that. Other people will keep doing that until you work on the karma and heal it. The dark night of the soul is about having awareness of it and having awareness of what you do want instead. Write a story. How would you like your relationship to be with your dad? I would love it if my dad called me every week to check on me. I would love it if my dad wanted to see me on a regular basis. I would love the change that's happening in the relationship with my dad. If you are focusing on missing someone, you cannot attract them back into your life. It pushes them away. But you can really pull this back towards you and have all the communication that you really want, like all that you want by working on you. It's saying you just have to look at this. Where else have you felt abandoned? How does it make you feel? Powerless. When else have you felt powerless? How would you like to feel instead of feeling powerless? Stand up right now. Put your hands on your hips like Superwoman. Hold your chest out, shoulders back, head up, and do the Superwoman pose. Wonder Woman pose. Do the Wonder Woman, do the Wonder Woman pose. And that like gives you your confidence back. And then be in that thing and say, God, guide me. Like have faith and trust and ask, say, God, guide me, show me where I'm supposed to go. Because this journey is trying to get you to look at something. And if you don't look at it, it gets harder and harder and harder until you're like, okay, I surrender. I'm ready to look at it. Like, I only know that because I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus and I'm like, I'm not looking at it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You know what? Eventually it gets to where you're going to do it. Or if you want to move forward or whatever, you have to just do it. Like, so apparently, Celia says, look at the relationship with your father. We hope that helps. Know that everything is, where are you at for one? So he says, where are you at? You're in a different city. So where are you at? What state, continent, country, where are you? Yeah. Yeah. So he says, where are you at? Where are you located? Hi, pretty girl. How are you doing? So he says, we were just seeing that we were going to finish up with I don't know why I hear white cloud. I see the cloud in the heart, but I hear white cloud in my head. So, I don't know. And I hear the bird. So, in a past life, white cloud, you might have been like white cloud, white eagle, white. I don't know. Some channeling message that wants to come through. So we are pretty girl. We're gonna get a message from you. Did you just want general guidance, or what can we do for you? Yes. Have you had any other people do that for you that did that? Is that a family pattern? And pretty girl, you get the card of the past life guides, which is karmic lesson, present assistance, which we feel like there's been a lot of that message of karma today. And then you get the card of talent guides, spirit mentors or teachers. So are you trying to call in somebody on your spiritual path? Yeah, are you? Like that Wonder Woman pose, like you do that and it just makes you feel in your confidence. And as you're doing in that confidence, it's going to change everything. And we get the card of the world, the Nine of Cups, which is that personal wish fulfillment, the High Priestess, which is about connection, and the Page of Wands, which is really about a free spirit. Keep doing the work. It's coming. Yeah, because the cycle is changing. Like, so he's been telling Dave, like, we have to be in mission by 2024. That's in 3 months. Like, it's coming. That personal wish is coming. Are you meditating? Have you asked for a mentor or a teacher? Because like there's the teacher, and the next card under that is the conscious steps, and like that's like the teacher, and then like there's a little bit of time later to where there definitely is relationship. So ask for a mentor to come in. Yes. All you have to do is ask for it. They're like trying to come in because you get it's karmic lesson and present assistance. Like your guides are trying to help lead you to this person. So it just ask. So On the abandonment issues, you have to, how do you feel about being alone? How would you feel if you were in a studio apartment where you were alone? Yeah, do the Wonder Woman thing, like, that's gonna really help your confidence, and, like, when you're feeling, like, really down and a victim, and that's just gonna let people be more. Yes, have faith, like, say, "God, put me where I'm supposed to be," you're like, he's gonna take care of it, like, you just have to, like, I remember that place in my dark night of the soul where you had to literally surrender and say, "God, I surrender to you, show me the path, show me, which direction I'm supposed to go." And see if that doesn't help in some way. As far as the abandonment, you have to get where you're not feeling that codependent thing that, everything happened for a reason. I'll tell you, your dad did his part of the contract. He came in and he did his part to help co-create you. Besides that, anything else, he gave you the wound he was supposed to give you, and he went about his path like he was supposed to do. Any bad karma on that on his part from him, he's going to have to deal with. But he gave you the wound that you signed up for when you came into this life. I know we don't always believe that we would sign up for that abandonment issue, but that's a clear thing. It causes codependency. When you're being codependent on someone and you think you can't live another day without that person, then that's not very healthy for you. You have to find self-love. So, self-love. Celia's answer, the final answer, self-love. Love yourself. Be where you can be in your own presence and not need anyone else. And give forgiveness to him and say, I forgive him for he know not what he does. He didn't know. He was doing his part of the contract. We are not aware when we come in what we're going to do. And to say that, I forgive him because he did what he was supposed to do. That was it. I forgive him. And just love him because he's your dad. And that's the end of it. And to say, thank you for creating me and bringing me, for helping with my part of creation into this world. Thank you for that. Besides that, thank you for, also, giving, really you have to heal that wound of abandonment. And that really comes by self-love. Because a lot of times with that abandonment, we're like, why were we not enough? And it comes to that I am not enough thing. And like I have on my wall, facing me, like signs where it says be the light. Another one says I am enough. I have that same wound that I always work on, that I have a sign that says thank you Celia, source and the angels, and love flows to me and through me. I have those signs on my wall right behind my computer where I can see all of those, because it's just like put post-its up. That's what I did. Like literally you just have to like find your self-love. The more value you have in yourself, the more value other people are going to have in you. And maybe you're meant to go to a shelter or go to the school and say, I need help with housing, and somebody's going to help you. Don't have too much ego to ask for help. Say, I ask my ego to step aside. I ask my higher self to step in. Help me find the answer to this, And sometimes, if it's meant for you to go to a shelter or someplace, you're going to meet a person there that's going to help you along your path. But you have to have that self-love and trust in yourself. So we hope that helped. And we are going to take a break because now we are over 2 hours. We would like to thank everyone for joining us. We are probably going to be back in a couple of hours and do another live because Celia is really liking that we're doing this again. So we are going to continue to do it. We hope everyone has a blessed day, and thank you for joining us. Bye.